Kaos Season 1 might have broken hearts everywhere by killing Dennis the cat, but one minor detail proves that the pet could still be saved in Season 2. Reimagining Greek mythology, Netflix's Kaos thrives because it incorporates the salacious, tragic, and taboo parts of beloved stories. While most of the series leans into the dark comedy tone, a few moments stand out as emotional rather than funny. Kaos Season 1's ending includes one of the most devastating moments. After Zeus calls a meeting, he announces that he will punish each of the gods for their betrayals. For most of them, this means rationing the meander water, but Prometheus gets an extra cruel punishment on top of that. Zeus murders his cat, Dennis, an act that broke the hearts of viewers who had grown attached to him. While Dennis' death has major implications for both Zeus and Dionysus, the death doesn't have to be permanent. A moment in the very first episode of Kaos offers hope that Dennis the cat could return to life in Season 2. The significance of Dennis the cat's death in Kaos Season 1. Zeus murdering Dennis at the end of Kaos Season 1 speaks to his lack of humanity. One of the biggest twists in Kaos Season 1 is that Zeus was born as a human rather than a god. This new background explains many aspects of his behavior, particularly his murder of Dennis the cat. Despite his bravado, the god of thunder's human past makes him deeply insecure. His egotistical personality and need for control may have developed as a reaction to his previous lack of power. As such, Zeus can't allow Dionysus to love anyone else, including a cat. Without the young god's full attention, the god of thunder would have less of an ability to manipulate his son. Additionally, the moment when Zeus kills Dennis the cat could be seen as a rejection of his last ounce of humanity. Earlier in the series, Prometheus reminds Zeus of the power of love, trying to change the way he sees his family and the humans over which he rules. However, Zeus fervently rejects this notion. Rather than seeing love as a positive and beneficial force, Zeus sees any human emotions as a liability that could hurt him and his family, and he tries to force this idea on Dionysus by killing Dennis. Ultimately, Zeus' plan backfires, giving Dionysus a strong enough reason to work against his father. He no longer cares about his father's approval because of the betrayal. Instead, he wants vengeance because his father ripped away the one being that he loved more than anything else. Prometheus' dog story in Kaos Episode 1 shows the key to saving Dennis. Zeus brought his dog back to life with the power of love. Dionysus holds Dennis in Kaos. Zeus killing Dennis the cat moved him from an unlikable bully to an overt villain with no compassion for anyone but himself, and nothing Kaos introduces in Season 2 could change that. However, there is hope that Dionysus and the audience's heartbreak about losing Dennis won't be permanent. In the first episode of Kaos, Prometheus reminds Zeus that he once brought his dog back to life with the power of his love. This scene could be the key to Dionysus saving Dennis in Kaos Season 2. Zeus seems to have a low capacity for love, which might have waned the longer he was a god. However, it seems unlikely that, even in his best years, the god of thunder loved his dog more than Dionysus loves Dennis the cat. He had no obligation to care for Dennis, but Dionysus fed him, adopted him, carried him around in a bag, petted him, introduced him to everyone, and gave him so much love. He treated the cat like his baby rather than as a pet. If anyone has enough love to revive their pet from the dead, it's Dionysus. Dennis the cat's death raises questions that Kaos Season 2 needs to answer. Kaos Season 1 didn't explain how the afterlife applies to animals. Dionysus holds Dennis against his chest. While Prometheus' story about Zeus' dog offers hope for Dennis the cat, it also opens up numerous questions that Kaos Season 2 needs to answer. The scene gives zero details on how Zeus raised his dog from the dead. It's unclear whether he went into the underworld like Orpheus in Kaos Season 1 or if he used some sort of necromancy ritual. These are the biggest questions the next season needs to address if they want to continue the Dennis storyline.